Hi everyone, how's everybody's day going? Happy Monday. First day of the week's over with, it's all uphill from here. Right, so we're going to be continuing working on the Halloween house. I put in the walls on the second floor. And I also put in an additional balcony because it looked a bit weird here. So now we have to figure out the roof, which is always fun. Probably going to need an extra level on the towers at the front, but I'm not worrying about those just yet. I just had to pop to spawn to get some additional resources. There we go. Because I'm thinking maybe normal nether brick for some of the roof. That and the deep slate tile. Maybe. But there's only one way to know if it'll work. And that's to give it a try. So let's grab the deep slate tile. I know I have a little bit in some of these boxes. And we will get to building and hope for the best. So do I have any more? And then hopefully on Friday we can get the interior and start putting in some spooky bits and things that will make it more haunted like. I probably want to leave. Let's grab that and put it all in the same place. I can always make more. Come on. More nether brick. So plenty of netherrack. Okay. So let's put that away. Switch this to netherrack. Well, nether brick. Apparently there's an S on the end of it that I keep missing. Right, so I'm going to take a couple of stacks of you and convert you. We'll convert a couple of stacks and we'll see how it looks. It may not work, so I may have to change it. Yep, rockets. Rockets are a thing. How's our elytra doing? Not too bad, it's 50%. Do I have an ender chest here? Yeah. Thinking I didn't then for a second. Which wouldn't have been good. Right, so this I'm not too worried about because we're going to kind of try and bring it up into a tower. So that would go along this line here somewhere. Because it goes 1, 1. Somewhere along here. Looks like there's going to be a lot of different angles on this thing. Okay, we need to put a couple of rows of more of stone in before we start the roof line. Because otherwise it's going to sit right on the decorative bits and be really weird. Oops. No, I don't want to take it out. I want to put it in. You're being silly, Pendle. Let's get rid of these first. Because I can then... This tower's going to be the one that's going to be problematic. Because of the way it joins onto the building. Some parts of it shouldn't be too hard, other bits. Hi Ek, how are you doing? How's your days off? You enjoying the time off? It's good to see you. Oh, I'm sorry you've got a headache. Headaches are no fun. Plenty of water and away from noises that are going to irritate. And monitors too sometimes. Because they don't help. You need to take care of yourself. You had a nice walk this morning? That's great. That sometimes helps blow the cobwebs out. Away. Right, so I can put a roof line here. One would span there. And I could start a second line here. That'd be an even taller roof. You got the job interview tomorrow? My fingers are crossed for you. Hopefully everything goes well. And you get the job. Right, so where's the best bet? So I can have a roof line here as well. Because I did this a weird shape build, I think the roofs are going to be very problematic. But I may be able to fix that by putting some balconies in. Right. So what I want now, I want some more of those. Because I want to be able to tie the roof line in. Let's get the right ones. They're in here somewhere because I put them away nice and safe. So I want you and I want you. I may want some of you too. Oops. Yeah, because this is going to be part of the tower. And that's going to be part of the balcony. That's fine. So I want to go there. Oops. There. Then I want to switch to that because that's going to be the gutter. collecting the rainwater. We can kind of do the same here. Yeah. There. Then more guttering. Which would then allow the roof to sit on here. Except for this first line. That first line needs to be something else. And come on. Give me you back. I wanted it to be not quite as flush. I mean, you would have to turn at an angle to hide that bit of brick. Let's put you there. In fact, we will turn you that away. And that hopefully should tie things in. Sleep, make it daylight again. You all ready for your the interview then? You've done your research into what they do and what the ethos of the company is and all the usual gumph. So this is a line here. So I want that to be there. Okay. And this can change to the guttering. Changes that way. Which then changes that way. Yeah, read through about the page, the company vision, future plans, etc. Yeah, that's the thing. It's making sure you get read up. To show you're actually interested in them. Right, so that gets us there, and that's great because that means the count's going to be fantastic because I've got a centre block. I much prefer a centre block when I'm doing a roof. Right, so this is going to be the last run of this one, so that's going to need the additional block. Let's do the shape. get this around as well, see if I can figure out the rest of the shape. Oops. Come on. It's a shame you can't mine deep slate. And I don't mean, by mining I mean, I should say farm. Because you can obviously go and dig it up. So you would need to be that way, then you would go here and here. And hopefully it will meet in the middle. But I may have fun. I'm going to take these out because I'm going to have to, because it's not going to meet in exactly the same place. I may end up having to finagle around into a straight area. Just putting some temp blocks in. I may stay because they're facing on to where the balcony is probably going to be. Are you going to be a solid block or are you going to... You're going to have to be here. Oops. I think we'll probably end up with a slab on the top. For now. Which means I will need to put a solid or a half slab. Probably the half slab, otherwise I'm going to have creepers be creeping. Which definitely won't be fun. I don't want things falling down and going boom. Right, so I'm going to need some half slabs. Nope, that's fine. Let's leave that for a second because it may work out. Just want to get both sides met up at the top, and then see how I can finagle this bit. Nope, definitely don't want creepers being creeping. They wouldn't... Yeah, I've been blown up enough in this build by creepers. At least I didn't lose any of the shulkers each time I got blown up, but it was a little bit annoying. So I want a few more slabs. Let's make those. Get rid of those out of the way. Nether brick in, full slabs, half slabs. See how that goes. Is it getting dark or is it just cloudy? Possibly just cloudy. Which is fine. Their building assistance is not that refined. No, it isn't. The building inspector is, yeah. He likes to condemn things and have fun taking them down himself with the boom booms. So where does this match up? This matches up here. That's fine. Well, that might be a good location. Happy accident. That's where you are. Hey, I'm not complaining. Happy accidents are very welcome. Okay, I think there's one more. Good job, I've got a lot of netherrack. Oops. Both of those are in the wrong place. We want the half slabs. Right, so figure this out. We'll go half slab. Come back an additional half slab. Nope. We'll go to a stair there. That way it's still spawn proof, but and higher up. So it needs to be one higher than this at this point. Just put it in its place. Okay. And that'll make that spawn proof and still have a bit of a curve coming up. Should theoretically tie in now. Theoretically. Oops, wrong place. I'm 1 block out, aren't I? That's fine. Let's try another half slab. Yeah, yeah, because then we go... I was thinking I'd got it wrong then for a second. Okay, I want a few more of those and we may as well sleep and make it dark again. But dark again, light again. It's my first day back at work, so I'm tired-ish. Well, that's what I'm blaming it on, even if it isn't fully down to that. So let's, I'm going to go those blocks because those I can then change into a number of different blocks. One of you. One of you. There we go. Well, it's got a little bit of a detail there. We may end up changing this block here afterwards. Okay, so that gives us section 1 of the roof line. How far? So this one matches up with that one there. I'd have to do it there. So I was thinking of doing a slant that way, but I'm not 100% sure that's going to work too well. Let's just close this off. Because that could be another balcony from the tower too. I'm not convinced on that bar yet either. Hi Kat, how are you doing? Oh yeah, roofs definitely are a pain in the backside. Especially it's a case of, yeah, what do you do for the best? So 1, 12. So it was on the 5th. Just break up the line a little bit. This one here. And this one here. By that, by going, can't say I'm happy with it. Okay, so the next section. Okay, we'll get this bit in first, because this seems pretty straightforward-ish. We can do some... Or maybe it's not. Yeah, I really dislike roofs. Because I'd make a very tall roof if I did it all the way across there. But it'd be even taller if I did it that way. So if we have gutter here, let's get the gutter in first. That would then have to be there. Nah, it'd have to be one further out. Kind of makes that guttering pointless. Let's end that guttering and go rescue those blocks. There's a few there. Are there any more down there? Ah, they're on that balcony. Gutters are what we call over here that catch the rainwater that runs off the roof. And I'm doing good. How are you doing, Kat? You're doing pretty good? Trying to figure out one of the floors for the 101 circle width. You're building a spaceship. Yeah, the spaceships can be fun. When I built mine, it's a long time ago now. It was a case of each deck did something different. One deck was farms. One deck were I had an indoor biosphere. One deck was accommodation. One deck was entertainment. Stuff like that. So yeah, it can be fun. But you can come up with all sorts of ideas for it though, which is awesome. Because you can do so much with the interiors. It was fun trying to build a mountain inside a spaceship with I think I had 14 blocks. Oh, that's cool, yeah. So you might ask for a fly around. Oh, this, yeah. This is just the haunted house kind of thing. It's let's just land down here. Oh, it will be eventually. So that's where the tower is. Done a little bit of the terraforming there. Oops. We have the bridge that's going from between the towers. Another balcony, etc. And then over here we have the Scooby-Doo area from last Halloween with the paddle boat. Whoops. The bank truck. The village that I haven't quite finished. The mystery machine. A little bit of terraforming for the swamp area. And a witch farm that's underneath the witch hut. So this is the Halloween area. Would you like to see a show around the spawn or just the Halloween area, Kat? You're more than welcome, you know that. Anytime. That's cool. Oops. Now let's see if I can land. So yeah, once we get the interior in and we can start putting in some spooky stuff. Well, that's the hope anyway. There's no point doing that till we've got the exterior done. Okay. Let's come in for another crash landing. Right, so that is only a couple of blocks. Figure this out. She would go there. There. See if I can get it. We need to close in this bit with a slab on top so we don't get spawns. I'm glad you like it. Like I say, it's progressed as we've built. As I've been building, we keep coming up with other ideas for it. So, fingers crossed it turns out okay in the end. Right, so that one, theoretically, I could kind of have match up to here. And bring that line there up as well. That would leave a front bit. That would be a little bit weird. But then it's a roof, so yeah. One of these days I'm going to figure out how we deal with roofs. Right, so if you're here and you're here, then we do the same here, and I'll have to figure out how to fix this corner. No, that won't work. It really won't work. True. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. It's just going to be a matter of playing and finagling until I'm happy. So the question is, maybe I do from here to there, ignore this section. This section can always be another balcony kind of thing. Or I can end up putting a dormer window kind of thing there and have it attach in, go in the opposite direction. Let's see how that works. Because it's not, it should look weird because after all it's a spooky house. So if it looked normal, it probably be slightly wrong. So I'd want this to build up from there and that to build up from there. How many did we go up? One, two, three, 4, 6, 7. Okay, just, oops, wrong place. Let's figure it out. Oh, so they don't build squares and sticky bits coming off for interest and realism. Oh, and don't build a boring roof. Although they're not impossible on the house with sticky 8 bits. Yep. And for that, not sure I meant. Oh yeah, the thing is, I am far from being a Minecraft pro, and it's a case of listening to them say you do this and you do that for roofs. It still doesn't seem right half the time. They say break it up into this section and break it up into that section and it'll work out. Yeah. Not quite so much for me. One of these days I hope to... That's the thing. They say there's general rules, but I have yet to figure out what the general rules are supposed to be. But hey. If it doesn't work, I will just tear it down and start again. That's about the same height. Just remove you. And I didn't mean to spleef myself, but hey. It's amazing though that you can see what some people can do with roofs. I must admit, it's nice to see that. So it is possible to do a fantastic roof. So I live in hopes. So if I took that line, it would do that. Think I've lost the plot on it. Yeah. So this would be fine to take it that way. Hang on. Take this out. Let's get rid of that one there as well. I mean, about here, I'd need to continue. Get rid of you. Just seeing if there's a way to get it to tie in. You would go there. We could bring these blocks out one and across. Make a few more slabs. And then see about eating before I splat and die. Okay, that kind of ties in there. And then I can bring this red up here, or I can change it to the you. And we can go back to putting those in place there. Just means that wall is slightly taller. Goes there. Okay. So now that we've got that, That can tie in there. This bit would... This bit could come round the corner maybe. It's not the right block, it needs to be the nether brick. Because it's only the first line that's the deep slate. Hang on, let's put the guttering in. If I don't put the guttering in now, it's going to be really difficult afterwards. You could... I don't want you that way round. You need... You're upside down. Need you the other way round. If I could place a block right today. There we go. So how's your day been, Kat? Right, and let's go there. Then we can... Nope, I don't want that. I just want that. Gonna have to change that one to an angle. Hang on, if I'm going around the corner, I don't need that. You haven't been awake long, and you have to leave the house to get whiskey. But so far, pro. So far, so good. That's awesome. At least your day is going well. And fingers crossed it goes even better for you. Let's grab some more brick. Nope, I don't want chiseled. I would just want normal, thank you. Today was my first day back at work after a week off, which isn't too bad. It went well. Right, so if you're there, you're going to follow me around here. Hang on. Let's... Oops. Where did you go? Oh well, looks like I lost it. Good job, I've got more of them. Yeah. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but it was nice to have the week off. But I'm still jealous of Puri. Getting to go to see Petra. and Ali who's gone to Croatia. Like you say, people taking time off and actually going somewhere nice. So you need to go there. You need to be that way. Yeah, but then you come home and have another week to recover from travelling. If you're lucky, yes. That's true. But travelling's fun. Depending upon where you go and what you're up to, of course. When I used to have to travel for work, it wasn't as much fun. Right, so I need some more deep slate. No, I don't. Yep, I need some more deep slate ones. Let's just make 32 for now. I'll be glad to get the roof in so we can move on to the fun bits of the interior. That's probably part of my problem with doing roofs. I don't consider them fun. But then again, travelling can be tiring too. It's a case of I remember the flight I took to New Zealand. 26 hours. By the time I got to bed, it was a case of, yeah, I slept for a good 24 hours. And that was on the way out there. Let's get this in. Go. In which case, you probably don't need to be here. Because you're going to be straight across for most of it. But I do want a half slab there. At least. Yeah, driving up to visit family is almost as tiring as having to deal with a lot of the family. Yeah. The thing is, when you're older, you get used to your own space and doing things your own way. And then when you go home kind of thing, is kind of hard to go back to being living with rules that you used to take for granted, because now you have your own set of rules. But yeah, travelling over there, if you got a long trip, yeah. Vegas is the furthest you've flown, Chattanooga to Vegas, about 2,000 miles. Yeah, that's a fair trip in itself. That's a long distance. And it's not something I'd want to do regularly. I enjoy travelling, but you do get very tired. Let's get this side in and then I'll worry about that side. I thankfully say with John's family we don't have to worry about most of that. John's actually got a mother to turn the AC down one year because we were dying, not because it was hot outside. But you're used to AC here. Yeah, that's the thing. That's awesome that she did. Because, yeah, you get acclimatised. It's kind of... I moved back north last year. And it's not a big temperature difference. It's only 5 to 10 degrees. Probably works out about 10 degrees colder here in the winter than it is where I was, between 5 and 10. But I definitely felt it. Because you kind of get used to it being above 10 degrees rather than it at freezing. Or below. So when you go back somewhere and it's either a lot hotter or a lot colder, yeah, you feel it. I think this bar may end up coming out completely. I don't think I'm happy with it. But at least it gives me a measuring stick. I need a few half slabs. Give me a stack of them. Nope. Decided I'm not going to take a stack. You mean it's probably only 85, 30, but our AC down here goes on, and when it's colder than that here, just to keep things even. Yep. That's the thing, if you're used to AC and you're used to it being a constant certain temperature, or within a few degrees, it's surprising how much you notice. I think I'm going to put a full block there. Maybe a stair with one of those on top. Well, at least we got this side of the building done. Now I've just got to figure out how to tie this side in. So that's in line with that. So this would have to come out to overhang by 2 blocks if it was going to even up. Or I take this all the way across. Then what would I do with that section? I think I'm going to try taking it across first. I was thinking balcony, but the problem is getting out onto the balcony. I didn't expect that after 26. Yeah, you do get used to a constant temperature with an AC. And yes, that happens very quickly. Right, so that won't do. Well, it could. I would have to turn these blocks. That's fine. I will just have to go underneath and turn these to 90 degrees so that we don't end up with the red peeking out. Yeah, I'm not used to having AC. I have I've turned on my heating system. It's not really cold enough to have it on all the time, but I have it on for an hour in the morning and an hour and a half or so in the evening, just so that no moisture builds up now that it's beginning to get colder in the property. Not that I actually need it for the heat. Yeah, not that we get it. I say we don't get it really cold because we don't. It's usually we dip below 0 a few times. And then it comes back up within a few days to 3 or 4. True. I still go outside. It was 6-7 degrees today, and I went outside with my just my jumper on to the shops. Because it wasn't cold enough to put a coat on. Whereas last winter when I moved up here, yeah, I put my coat on straight away when it got to that cold because I wasn't used to it anymore. Not that it's cold. It's not bad if you're in a car. If you're walking or being outside for a while and you need a coat. Yeah. Like I say, I was just walking. The corner store's literally maximum 10 houses away. So you're not... I don't have a car anyway, but even if I did, I wouldn't use a car to go that distance. And toss on the flannels. Yeah. Which isn't too bad, 15. 15 is actually nice weather. Or if it's 18, 19, it's a nice sunny day, summer day kind of thing. I think I'm going to take these blocks out. And we're going to rework this section. And kind of tie it in. Because, yeah, don't give it, because when it gets up into the 20s, that's definitely a little bit too warm for me. And when it got up into the 30s and 40s this summer, yeah, well, 30, yeah, it was late 30s, 40 degrees at one point, I think. If I remember right. I know it was 40 degrees in here and it was too hot to stream. But like I say, I don't have AC, so when it got that hot in this room and I was having to work in it all day, by the end of the day, I was done. Need to bring this round here, I think. I am definitely not built for the hot weather. At least if it's cold, I can put layers on. Yeah. It was 36 in your room. 5 kilometres. A kilometre. There's 2 point. I'm trying to remember how many kilometres to a mile. Yeah, 4 miles because it's 1.2-ish or something, isn't it? To a mile, give or take. I don't know. I still use miles. I never got converted to kilometres. I grew up with centimetres, metres, and then we went to miles. If we were talking travelling distance, 1.6k to a mile, yeah. Right. We're not doing too bad with this bit. It's now beginning to tie in. And then I'll check how much tall it would have to be. I'm kind of inclined. Maybe. Yeah, this bar needs to go. This bar is awful. I was thinking detail block, but the more I look at it, the less I like it. You use metrics when it comes to bread sizes and that's about it, yeah. Well, a lot of the recipes are in metric. Occasionally I will find them in pounds and ounces and cups. Right, so I can either flatten the roof off or it would have to go up on. Let's just see how much further it would go up. Sort that out in a minute. Yeah, but it's way off from that if I do that. Nope. I think we're gonna kind of flatten it. Means you need to go. And you're going anyway because I don't like the bar. But at least it was a nice measuring rod. Okay, what did I do with them? Unfortunately, they're one of those colours that I can't see on my toolbar. So let's get rid of you, because you don't need to be here, but you do. Let's figure out how we're going to tidy you up. Maybe something like that. Can I get rid of this extra row, or was... I think there was a reason for it, wasn't there? Yeah. Oh, beads. Apologies. Beads. Thought you said bread. Apologies, cat. And apologies, I got focused again. Beads can... You were making jewellery or bracelets or... Yep, streamer brain is definitely a thing. Let's hope I'm not messing things up too much down there. But we'll find out. You're making chainmail jewellery and put beads and other glittery stones. Ah, yeah. That's cool. I used to have a lot of beads. I would make some little Celtic design bracelets at one point. That's a long time ago. With the leather braiding. with the occasional beads. Right, have I picked them all up? I think so. Let's sleep, and then I want to take a look at that roof line from the other side. I'm going to have to put some windows up there to break up that solid wall bit. And I'm going to have to put a couple of blocks in there by the look of it, because it looks weird. Let's get rid of you. So that straightens this section up. You've been doing chainmail for 12 years or so. Back into the art again. That's awesome. I know my brother-in-law does the same, and my niece has been learning. She was having fun with it, but it's good to try different things and learn different things. And 12 years is a fair while to be doing it. It's good to have different hobbies that you enjoy doing. I enjoy, haven't done it for a while because the eyes aren't as good as they used to be. I used to enjoy doing cross stitch, different, I would call them pictures, but they're not tapestries, but it's kind of like otters and all sorts of other animals. Or I was in the middle of doing a dragon when my eyes just kind of began to be an issue with it, even with a magnifying. Right, so let's see about a stack of these. I still have a couple of the pictures up in the house. But yeah, so it's nice to have a whole bunch of creative hobbies. Like Ek does his photography. Helps you relax. Yeah, it can be hard on the wrists. I must admit, I found it a bit weird that I got into it because I used to be a sewing machinist for a living prior to going back to school and learning IT. So I was surprised I ended up really enjoying it. But I guess the difference was I didn't have to do it. It was a relaxing pastime instead. Right, so I put this up an extra couple of blocks. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do is take this back down slightly. Want some half slabs. What have I got? I just want some temp half slabs. You learned it from your gran? That's awesome. You learned it from your granny's neighbour. Yeah. That's still awesome. I just learnt by kind of doing and looking it up online, how you do this and do that and the patterns and so on. Nothing so formal. But it's good to have somebody to show you the ropes. Right, so let's figure this out then. Maybe I'm going to have to put this back. It looked a little weird there. Right. So how do we fix this? That section isn't too bad. My other option is I pull this out and around and it becomes one big roof. Because I could come down this way and then round the corner. That would give a very big flat area on the top. And I could potentially put a little courtyard up here. Granny wanted to do creative things, but she just wasn't. Yeah. It was a case of I am not very creative. It's a case of when it came to art kind of stuff, my sisters were always so much better at that kind of thing than I was. I could never draw to save my life. However much I would have liked to have been able to, I just really struggled with it. It wasn't a case of not having the imagination of what I wanted to draw. It was purely a case of getting it out of the head into pen and paper just didn't work well. It looked awful. At least with Minecraft, I don't have to worry about that because... And Minecraft, I guess, is a creative thing because we're limited by our imaginations. And we are restricted by the block palette, so it kind of helps. So yeah. So even though the fine detail isn't there, it actually is an awesome thing. It gives a creative outlet for a lot of people who aren't necessarily good at what people would call art kind of things, like painting and drawing. Although there's a lot of people who play Minecraft who are really good at that too. But that's just my opinion. How accurate it is, yeah, well, that's anybody's guess. Okay, let's go sleep, grab a few more rockets. I'm down to a couple. Well, I'm down to one now. Oops. Right. So I need you to come out an additional one. And I used to have fun with my niece doing the art stuff. She enjoyed getting things. Whoops! Having the arts and crafty stuff out. From glass painting to all sorts of other stuff, fun bits. I think most kids really enjoy that. Allow them to be messy and find their own way of expressing themselves with whatever crafty stuff's there. Like beads for jewellery making, tiny little cross stitches. Oops. Etc. I will land in the right place eventually. I must admit, it's awesome that there are so many different varieties of crafts available at a reasonable cost now. Okay, so I need a whole bunch more of those. Right, so that needs to be a half slab. If it's in the right place. Yeah, I'm just a creative, so find out it comes from her bio family. I don't know I was part of it. Everyone in that family is creative in some way, so it makes sense. True. That's awesome. It's nice to be able to do so many different things as a creative outlet. And it's like I say with photography that Ek does. Kids can get into photography so easier now with it being on their phones, etc. As well as people getting into beads and drawing and all the other fun bits. Right, so we're almost there. Then we have a large flat area. But like I say, whoops! I can always turn into a roof courtyard. I will leave it as nether brick for the moment. And once we've done the interiors and got other bits and bobs done, if there's time for a roof courtyard, we'll do a roof courtyard. Right. Okay. Right, so I'm going to be short a few blocks. I was concerned when after I turned them all into stairs. Do I have any more nether brick lying around? Okay, we're going to have to swing by spawn to grab a few nether brick. Just so we can finish that bit off. You're off to get whiskey and lunch. Okay, well you have a great lunch, okay? Take care of yourself and have fun. Yeah, the little cousin got one of the VTech kids cameras this week. Yeah, that's the thing. Heck. It's they may give terrible pictures, but at least they're hard for them to break, and they can have fun just snapping away. Which is awesome. I know both my nieces had them when they were younger. Yeah, take care, Kat. And it was great to see you. Oops, wrong place. And the thing is, now that cameras are digital, you don't have to worry about the cost of film. Yeah, that's the main point, and later on she'll probably get one of the old digital cameras I have that it's now collecting dust when exactly that way when she can be more responsible with it, etc. When they drop them and so on, it's not a big deal with this with the VTech ones. 12.5 for a roll Kodak Gold. Yeah, they are not cheap. And then on top of that, you have the cost of developing. And kids are snap happy. So if you gave them a roll of an old, just an old camera with an actual roll of film in it, yeah, good luck if it lasts 5 minutes. Which is what makes the VTech and the digital ones so much better for that kind of thing. They can take all they want, you delete what's rubbish and keep the ones that they need. 5 per colour and 7 for black and white. Yeah. That's the thing. Because you got to pay for the film, then pay for the developing and so on. Not that there are as many developing places as there used to be, because don't know. I know they used to have them. I don't know if they're still about. It used to be like places like Boots and so on over here with the digital cameras. Used to let you plug your drive into them and print it, and then check what you've got on your camera and just print the pictures you wanted to print off your digital. Yeah. That's the thing. If you're using film, you have to be very conscious of what you're taking. Right, so I must admit I'm not keen on this line here, but I'm hoping because it's from down below you shouldn't be able to see it. Right, so let's get rid of that one first. Oh, it does it? That's awesome. It's cool that they still do it. Because sometimes you just want an actual picture. Right, so this is going to about here. I've still got to figure out how I tie in the towers. Hang on, it can go around the corner because that's going to be a balcony. It's twice I've spleefed myself. But they can still be expensive doing them that way, or they used to be. I don't know about now. It's been, I must admit, it's been a long while since I've checked them. But they weren't exactly cheap to get them printed that way. But it's nice sometimes. I also like the places where you can get your pictures printed to canvas. I must admit, at some point I need to do that. I have some pictures I took in New Zealand on the ice, on the glaciers. But at some point I do want printing to canvas. Oops, wrong way. I keep falling down. Oh yeah, it is. That is why I get my film developed and then scan them myself. Yep. I don't blame you. Right, so back to you. So we can put the guttering in. Wrong place. Go. You might get some of my photos printed on canvas at some point, but the price is just so high. Yeah. That's why I'm when I get them done, it is only specific ones that I would want done. Not a lot of them, it's just one or two pictures from the trip. That would be really nice to have that way. Is it? If you're going to put it on canvas, you want it to be something that's very memorable. Not just anything. I don't want to say anything, but something that has special memories for you or special connotation. Right, so that gets me round here. Then we come up over the top. I need to figure out something on the other side. So then we've got round here. Which is fine. Now I haven't bothered with one down there because there's no need. And then we join up with one here. Did I put? I didn't. So I need to take out this section, fix it, and then put it back in. That way it looks like it's supporting the guttering, troughing, whatever you want to call it. We go. You're not supposed to be that one. Disappear. Then we'll put you back in. Then I'll see if I can fall down and collect that. I did. That was cool. Right. So let's see. So those 4 are connected. That I'm not worried about because this bit I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. Because first of all, there's got to be another tower. This tower's got to go higher, and this is going to be a walkway of some kind. But we'll figure it out. So I need a wall there. And I was thinking this for it to be another balcony area. Which leaves that bit there. It looks a little weird just being one-sided. But if I put this side in, I can put this side in to be decorative, so it evens it up. Even if the roof isn't coming this way. There's 2 more there, isn't there? See if I can find you. This one. And there's one here. Let's knock these out. And you go there. If I put you the right way round. Then there should be one final one. I just want to get this a bit here finished. And then we will call it a stream. But if I don't do it now, I will forget about it. Then I'll be flying around, find it and get annoyed. Myself. Right, okay. Oops, sorry about that. Let's just pause that for a second. Okay, so we're going to call it a stream there. And it looks like Tango's just going live, so perfect timing. So we're not doing too bad. We are getting the roof in. So yeah, apologies, it's a stream full of roof building. I just need to build up these 2 towers, another floor. And then figure out how I'm going to tie things in. It was fun. I really enjoyed it, okay? So I will see you guys later. I will be streaming again on Friday, normal time. If you take care, have a great week. Okay? Okay. See you all over there.